I am 31 years old today. Today is August 2nd, and it feels like my life is starting over completely. In aspects like what I'm interested in, what I want to pursue career-wise, professionally, and feels like everything else has been reset in a way. When I was a teenager, I always thought that growing up and becoming an adult is like, like you graduate high school, you go to college, you get your degree, you get into a corporate, and while you're working that full-time job, on the side you have your hobbies and some projects. And for me that used to be, and that still is, playing the drums, filming. But I didn't realize that I was living in a loop since then. What I mean is, when I started working in corporates for the past 10 years, I was just switching from basically the same type of job, but then into a new environment that turned out to be the same type of environment. Which in a corporate world, that basically means that you can get replaced anytime. You spend a lot of hours also commuting to the office, going back, basically spending my entire youth outside of things that I realize I should be doing on a daily basis. So when I realized that I have been living in a loop, something unexpected happened beginning of this year. So I have been working in a company for a few years, and my contract was supposed to get extended, and I trusted that, and I relied all of my life, my plans into getting that contract and into getting that stability and assurance that I'll need for my further plans. I even thought about starting a family would be easier now, because I would finally have something stable for a long time. And in that moment, beginning of the year, when my contract did not get extended, that was it felt like the whole world turned upside down for me. And mainly because I attached myself to getting that contract and getting that life that I planned out for myself, that imaginary life that does not exist. To put everything on one card was a mistake, and I realized that this year. And so I realized that being my own boss, being financially independent, doing things that I love, that bring me joy, passion, but also things that bring other people maybe joy or passion. Or if someone, before I made this video, I watched a lot of videos of other people sharing their perspectives, and I feel like that really helped me understand certain moments, what's happening in my life, why do I feel like I am not the same person as I was, why do I feel like this is my life and I should be doing what I set out to do. And so that realization beginning of the year was pretty deep for me. And when my world kind of got, turned upside down in that moment, I needed a plan. I knew that I needed a plan. I knew that I couldn't go, down a path where it would be hard to get out from. So since I want to be financially independent and be my own boss, the most natural way was to pursue our business idea together with my partner. And so we did. I quickly, tried to get myself involved as much as possible in the creation of our startup. And that really helped me to, well, first of all, keep busy and keep acknowledging that I am not my job that I just lost. I never was my job that I just lost. But that I'm me, and that like all the attachments that I had to this one thing that I lost, I just realized that those were just attachments, and they were blocking me from growing. And inner growth has been very important and very active for me for the past 3 years, I would say, but especially this year. And today on my birthday, I've really felt that I wanted to share my perspective and reflection on how things go. And so I realized I'm not my job, and then I realized I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my thoughts about, oh, I should be a marketing manager, because that's what I studied for and that's what I worked for in the past 10 years. And so I realized that working for another company or another employee would never fulfill me in the same way as having my own business. And so I wanted to let go of that mindset of pursuing jobs all the time, because that's basically what I have been doing for the past 10 years. And since I let go of that perspective of trying to find another similar type of job, I realized that maybe this is the time where I can do things on my own, for myself, bring out some value to the world if I can. And in what ways, in what ways can I shine, or in what ways can I bring fulfillment to myself and to maybe others. So this new perspective gave me so much power to really understand what's going on, that I am changing. I guess I'm growing. I want to live life the way I want to live. And I don't want to do things that don't resonate with my soul, with my inner growth, and what really makes me happy. And it really helped me to understand how to move forward. Because when you do things that don't resonate with your soul, eventually you will feel stuck and lost. And that's, I guess, how I have been feeling. When I had my 9-to-5 jobs for the past 10 years, it almost feels like I lost a sort of life force sometimes. And it felt a bit scary, because that life force that I once had to pursue my creative ambitions and my musical ambitions, that just brought me joy. Making music and making videos just brings me pure joy. And so I forgot to do these things when I worked all the time. And so now when I realize that I want to do things on my own, with my full heart and soul aligning, I realize that that's what life is about. That this journey we're on, this realization that many people have eventually, sooner or later, that it's your life to live. And if you felt like me, that the life force is gone and it feels scary, and I didn't know if I'm gonna get it back. I didn't know that life could be lived differently. I also had to let go of my beliefs that I had. So I guess one of those beliefs was believing that a 9-to-5, a corporate environment, is the most safe and secure place, and that's where you should have a job in. And on the side you have the hobbies like drumming, filming, and everything else. So I created a separation already by my what my soul wants versus what I guess the ego wants, right? Because eventually it comes down to money when it comes to jobs. And so I had to let go of that belief, and that felt really empowering because I've never had that before. You know, in the past, if I would switch a job, I would be like, oh, I'm never getting this type of job again. And then I end up getting it anyway. And now it feels different. Now it feels that I finally trust myself. I believe that I can do what I want to do in this life. And yeah, I am, even though I have way less assets that I used to have when having, corporate jobs, I feel more happy and I feel more content with the things that I do. I feel that I have given myself that space back to, where I used to be a kid and I had so many dreams, ambitions, and was just living life, in the moment, in the present moment, and living life to the fullest, enjoying every single day. I brought that back just by letting go of certain beliefs. And so that really helped me to understand where I'm going, understand where I'm at, and that just being in the moment is the most beautiful thing you can do for yourself. Reflecting on the past, I love doing that because it teaches me so much. And throughout, these months, I've had many, realizations where it's like, that's why this happened, or I don't know, some things just make more sense to me now, just by looking back at what happened and by viewing things from maybe a new perspective and a bit non-attachment, as I would say. I'm here at this park. I love being out in the nature. It really gives me a calm perspective, where I can maybe reflect a little bit more on things. But so I'm 31, and I never thought that I would be starting over at this age, and then coming back to what I said in the start. As a teenager, I thought life would be so much different. At age 30, I'm gonna be married, have a big house, maybe have 3 to 5 children. I don't know, things like that. But life is so much different. Life is, I don't know, as a kid, I guess I thought that something within the now would change, that we would become, of course, we become wiser and we understand things from a deeper perspective when we grow up, as we grow up. But it's still you, and it's still just this present moment. And so, yeah, I'm not gonna wait anymore, because it's always gonna be the present moment. It's always gonna be now. And yeah. So I feel like starting over with basically from scratch, letting go of the professional career perspective that I have to do certain jobs, because that's what I have been doing for the past 10 years. I trust myself to pursue my business, to do what I want, to share and spread joy, and hopefully maybe inspire other people. Maybe you're going through the same. Other videos definitely help me. Starting over at this age, it feels very scary because I'm aware of the time and my, biological clock, the pressures from that side, up to, becoming financially independent or financially stable. It's very scary. But I feel that because I have let go of certain beliefs, and certain, I guess, systems that I've had on how life works. I see life and I take every day in with a new perspective, or with a beginner's mindset maybe, where, you know, anything can happen. There's so many possibilities in a day. Nothing is set in stone. Because, you know, sometimes I had moments where I want to do something and then I just think about doing that, and then I just block myself because I'm like, oh, maybe it's a waste of time, or maybe I should do something else instead. And all these, yeah, chats that we have on a daily basis, it's sometimes frustrating, but there's a lot to learn from them, from these moments. And so, yeah, I feel like pursuing life with a beginner's mindset, by pursuing what you love, what you're passionate about. And if you don't know what you're passionate about, then that's even better. Then you have, you know, so many things you could try. You can either try new things, or, you know, do nothing, or just practice mindfulness to feel that inner joy again, and realize that nothing external will make you happy in the end. It's all about your inner journey and your perspectives. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And yeah, have a nice day. It's a beautiful day.